the point I'm trying to make is I've been consistent. I think states should decide the issue of marriage, and states should decide the issue of abortion.
But then just a month after saying that, he proposes a federal abortion ban, which has made the right so upset at him because, number one, it's not a politically beneficial issue for them. America is not on their side on this. And it makes clear that ultimately this would be their ambition, to do a federal law that would ban abortion, even though they pretended for years, oh, we just want to leave it up to states.
Yeah, this would have been much more advantageous for the Republicans to push through after the midterms. Swing voters would have time to forget that Democrats wanted to protect women's bodies, and they couldn't forget how hard inflation has hit them. Maybe that would flip both houses to the right, and then a federal abortion ban, which is the Republicans' ultimate goal, let's not fool ourselves, could be implemented. Lindsay's tipping the party's hand, revealing their true intentions before they can successfully bluff their way through the midterms. Now, potential swing voters feel duped, less trusting of the party. So the question is, it's September, does that allow enough time for the backlash to dissipate? I would say yes, probably, but then DeSantis decided to take another polarizing issue, immigration, and bastardize it so brazenly and illegally that Democrats get more time to navigate through the inflation crisis now. So I really don't understand why Lindsey Graham chose to go all in. And though for different reasons, Jesse Waters is asking him the same question.
Senator Lindsey Graham joins me now. So, Senator Graham, Republicans are very angry at you. You're getting a lot coming for this.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it on that day? Not great timing. Don't you see that?
I'm proudly pro-life, and I have no apology for being pro-life, and there's no bad time to defend the unborn.
I think Lindsey's career's been running a little dry, and he wanted some of the spotlight back on him. He's been having to play the long game for Trump and Trumpism and just couldn't hold it in anymore. This is the Republican Party that Republicans don't want you to know about. But Lindsey's like, we can waste no more time getting our agenda through. I read through some of Lindsey's bill, and in cases of rape, incest, or physical harm to the mother, he wants the federal government to have record of every abortion procedure, signed by the woman, her physician, and a witness. Every detail behind the decision to have the procedure must be documented in an informed consent authorization, and the sexual attack has to be reported to law enforcement first. The mother must have received counseling no less than 2 days before her procedure, yet psychological or emotional harm to her do not count as reason by which she can have an abortion. There has to be a second physician present if the abortion attempt fails and the child is born alive. The imagery is meant to scare women out of abortions and to scare Republican voters into thinking late-term abortions are commonplace. The federal record keeping is a tool for embarrassment and shaming the woman. States' rights was a lie in the context of abortion bans, and Democrats, once again, thought institutions and women's rights would never be dismantled in a country with high support for reproductive freedom. Progressives were the only ones who saw a federal ban coming and told their constituents the honest truth about it. And still, these jerks continue to draw the trajectory of America for us.
I'm not going to sit on the sidelines and let America become that kind of nation.
No one's saying you need to sit on the sidelines, but yesterday wasn't the day to do that. Yesterday was the day they lost all momentum when this inflation thing punched them right in the face, and you gave them an out. A lot of people don't like that. You could have done it on any other day.
The point we all come away with from this conversation between two Republicans is, yes, we want a federal ban on abortion. But let's seize our power over our political enemies first. That way they can't fight back, and we're one step closer to our theocracy. Huzzah! Maybe lying to voters about leaving the choice up to the state or a referendum and pulling the rug from under them will keep Republicans a minority in the Senate. Maybe this will re-energize Democratic voters. But my God, can the Democratic Party as a whole just believe the Republicans when they show us who they are? And can we get stronger messaging out on how they're destroying the parts of America that actually make us great? Bipartisanship is dead until our country builds a soul.